is good television. This is genius.
I've always complained about your breath. It's always been very hot and smelly. I think it's your caps.
It could be.
You know what I mean? You know what I want to know my theory on Gary's breath?
Go ahead.
How come you never ask me? I want to know your theory.
Well, I don't think you do. I think Robin does. Robin likes it.
We discuss your breath all the time.
I tell Robin my theory, then Robin jumps in, and then you get mad at Robin. So that's how it works. Right, Robin?
That's right.
Okay, so let's see if we can make that happen now.
Okay.
All right. And Gary, as hard as you try not to get upset, you will. My theory on Gary's mouth is this.
Yes.
Because his choppers are so big, and they're fake, and they're made of man-made material.
Mm-hmm.
Porcelain.
Porcelain. Are they porcelain?
Yeah.
You mean that's the same stuff on my bathroom floor?
No. The caps, I'm not sure what they're made of, but the laminates around them are porcelain.
Those are because there's a lot of heavy-looking material in Gary's mouth.
There's tile in Gary's
Yeah,
mouth.
I mean, seriously, doesn't it look like it's like heavy to open his mouth?
It looks like it's heavy to carry it around.
Yeah.
Opening a trap door.
Right. It's like opening a trap door.
It's like opening a trap door. It's like Corningware.
I don't know what it'd be like to have Jackie's voice, and like every word is an effort, you know. It's like opening a trap door.
He's running out of air.
Yeah.
Like opening a trap door.
He's like Froggy.
So anyway, the point is that because there's so much man-made material in his mouth and his lips can barely get over it, that the man-made material dries out and begins to get odorous.
Yes.
So I think that might be Gary's problem. Plus, he doesn't have a good diet.
Dry.
Well, let me explain to you this.
And then his tongue has to lick his porcelain, and then the tongue gets fouled by the porcelain.
Yeah,
So that smell goes onto the tongue.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. I brush with Ajax to get the porcelain sparkling.
Yeah, but 2 hours into it, the Ajax forgets it was there.
This is Gary's phone. This is what you got to smell.
Let me smell.
Smell the mouthpiece of that. You just smell inside.
All right, let me see. Is this
No,
from
no,
today?
John, do me a favor. Go grab any other phone
All right, let me
that
say
I don't
something.
use.
Let me
Smell
say
the mouth
something.
of it.
He's in there.
Phone.
No one else used it today.
No, he smells. I swear to God.
All right. What phone is that?
What phone is
This
this?
is the one from the office.
All right, let me smell. Well, let me smell the phone that no one, you know.
That's everybody's phone.
No problem. I swear, no problem.
No problem. Okay.
I have smelled Gary's phone.
I
It
would
is
like
the
to
worst.
take this test
Hold
when
on.
you're done.
Let me see.
Give me my phone. Give me my phone.
Oh my God!
Give me
Now
my
hold it.
phone.
No, I'm going to give it to some other people. Hold it. Now I'm going to mix up the phones. I'm going to put a little
Okay.
mark. Wait, I'm going to put a little mark on one to mark Gary's phone. That you won't even see.
Oh, come on, Gary. Don't get
Gary is now hurt. Oh.
Gary,
Not hurt. It's just something good to be about.
just
being
know
a
this will be
boss.
on television tonight, and
Right.
it's embarrassing. Here, Jackie. Here's your pen. All right, wait.
Now you're going to mix them up.
God. Oh, God. Gary, seriously. All right, Fred, don't look at the back of these phones now.
Actually, the person who should try it is Robin because she's got a cute sense of
Come over here, Robin. You're cute. Come here.
I'm
Bring him in.
cute.
Bring him in.
All right, and then after this test, quarantine this phone, okay? You need a wipe on this phone. I told you your phone smells.
Well, they clean their phones regularly. Mine's never cleaned.
I see. All right, Robin, please do not look at the back of the phones.
All right.
I'm going to mix these up now.
Let me sit on Gary's lap.
All right, sit on Gary's lap.
Be careful.
All right, pumpkin. Now, wait a second. Smell this one.
All right.
All right. Don't say anything. Just smell it.
This ain't bad.
Mm-hmm. Smell this one.
Okay.
Okay. Smell the...
It's like wine tasting.
Let me smell that one again.
Okay. All right.
Let's smell that one.
Oh.
That's it.
Give me that one.
Do you believe it? That's it, Gary. That's it. What can I tell you? Do you believe how bad it smells?
I'd just like to say that we clean the phone, Gary's phone, every day.
Really?
That's not like a week's work.
I gotta tell you, I don't
That's
smell
one
it.
day.
I don't
You don't
smell it.
smell it. Of course you don't. It's
Come
you.
on, put it up. Come
We
on.
keep telling you that.
I smell Robin is all I smell.
Come here. Give me that phone. I have never smelled...
It almost grazes,
Wow.
doesn't it?
Wow, Gary.
I'm
Oh,
telling you.
please. Please, you don't smell it.
I was smelling the earpiece.
Can I ask you?
I was. I really-
Your ears smell.
I don't use the
Give
other
it to
one.
Fred. He'll know in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the good
That's
one.
the good one.
When
That's the good
Robin's
one.
rubbed against herself.
The one that reeks is Gary.
Okay, that's one.
Okay, that takes two.
This one smells cleaner.
Which one?
This is the one.
That's the
Yeah.
phone.
That's
Take it.
Fred,
I
pick the
almost
pig.
vomited.
Yeah,
telling you.
you must be wearing off. or
Everyone can
something.
smell it. Gary, you really got to get some breath ashore.
I just started taking it. Hopefully things will work out better.
All right.
Billy.
Look at Billy.
It's like he opened a sewer cover.
This is the clean one.
No, I know some people, their phone smells. You know, listen, you know, it's a funny thing. I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Now go answer the phone.
Seriously, hey, Gorilla, because you smell Gary's phone every day, right? And what happens when you go to answer it? It reeks.
It does, I swear to God. I didn't say anything. When John grabbed that phone, I almost fell off the chair because I always think it.
Now he had to break it to me in front of 16 million people instead of pulling me over to the
Yeah, he's got the heart.
Now he's got the heart to tell me.
And not only 16 million people, now with the E! Network, we've got an additional 25 million homes.
People in Iowa are going to go, hey, there's a smelly guinea.
Yeah, right. You know what, Wani? I don't think Infinity broadcasts you. Why don't you throw out that whole receiver? I think it's damaged. And get a new one for the guys. And now that Gary's using Breath Assure, maybe we'll have better luck. All right?
I'll just gargle with Clorox.
Do people on the other end of the phone ever complain?
No.
How'd you feel about the phone incident? You know, I guess it's all fun, but I get a little hurt that my interns would turn on me for free airtime like that.
Hey, it's the show. What are you gonna do? You do the same thing. You've done it before, Gary.
The phone thing is a little bit. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see it.
It's true, though.
I don't see it.
But it does smell. What can you do? Ask Richard. It smells. Richard, does it smell?
I'll get it back later. I'll get it back.
See?
Oh, now I feel good. Is this Barbara Streisand's sister, Roslyn Cohen?
This is Roz, Howard. How are you?
You mean
Oh, you
Barbara?
go by the very end of your name?
You mean, what about the first part of your name, Barbara Streisand's sister?
I thought we knew each other better than that.
No. You will always be Barbara Streisand's sister to me. I mean, we have to be honest, Robin, and ask ourselves.
Why do we talk to Roslyn Kind?
Yeah, I mean, Roslyn's a great talent and all that stuff, but there's a lot of great talent in the world.
Oh, sure, we know a lot of people can sing.
I think we talk to Roslyn because she's Barbara Streisand's sister.
Yes.
I'm also Shelley Streisand's sister, Diana Klein's daughter.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that.
Oh, yes, they do.
I'm sure you're a lot of other people's sisters, mothers, aunts, nieces, nephews, but Barbara is the one we care about.
Barbara.
Well, she's definitely the one to care about this week in New York.
I got to tell you something. Roslyn said, hey, you want me to call up and review my sister's concert? I said, you know, I do, but I don't. What I want to know is, your sister's a little cold to you. I know that from enough what I've read, and the fact that she wouldn't let you
Are
live.
we going to go back to those things that you read and you're believing?
But wait, I have questions. Let me set this up.
Well, put Barbara on the phone. You're so close.
Yeah. Where's she now?
Hopefully sleeping and getting some rest.
Where is she now? In her hotel?
What hotel?
Well, in her apartment?
Probably.
Yeah, and where are you?
Where am I?
You're in your apartment.
Yeah, because I'm kind of getting ready to leave for Europe, for London, to play there for 3 weeks at the Cafe Royale.
But you also know that your sister, that apartment of hers, she wouldn't even let you live there when you needed an apartment for 2 weeks.
That's not true.
True. It is true.
Not true at all. I've been there and stayed many times.
You know, Fred, our own Fred Norris is warmer to you than your own sister, Barbara. So what I'm saying is when you go to the Barbara Streisand concert, how are you treated? Do you have to wait outside the dressing room, like in a green room with other people, or are you in Barbara's dressing room? Answer honestly.
I go into Barbara's dressing room.
And you get to stay there the whole time, or she has you thrown out at some point?
Does she have an inner and an outer dressing room?
What do you think, I serve drinks?
No, I think that you have to sit in the green room.
No, you're wrong.
Because she doesn't treat you right.
That's not true.
If you were my sister, you could sit in the room with me.
And what, and strip?
No. No, you got to understand something. Tell me what happens. You went over to the theater at what time?
It's not a theater. It's Madison Square Garden.
All right, you went over to the garden at what time?
Just before showtime.
What time would that be?
Oh, around 8.
All right, now, you go there 8 o'clock. What time does the show start?
About 8:15.
All right, so when you go in, do you just go right to your seat or you go backstage?
It's a fight. Have you seen the crowds getting in?
Just tell me, what happens?
I don't go backstage. I go to my seat. I welcome
so you're
people.
like
I look for people.
So you're a paid guest?
An audience member just like everybody else?
No, it's a little more than that.
Did you have to buy your tickets?
Never.
And what happened? Did you have to call Barbara's assistant to get the tickets?
No.
Or did you call Barbara herself?
Listen, I'm the only one with a file because I go to every concert.
No, Roslyn.
What?
I mean Barbara Streisand's sister. Listen to me.
Yes, Howard Stern.
When you got your tickets for the concert,
Mm-hmm.
you called up her office, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you asked one of her people if you could have some tickets.
No, I said I want to come.
Now, don't you think that if you were close with your sister, you could just call your sister directly and say, hey, Barbara, get me some tickets for the show?
Who does your sister call?
My sister calls me. She has to call Barbara's people.
Yeah.
That's my point.
No.
You hate your sister and you won't admit it.
That's not true.
You have to. If you have to call her assistant for a ticket, I am telling you hate her.
Not true at all. As a matter of fact, it was my sister that when I went to Washington, D.C. for the concert.
What row were you in?
Third.
Who sat to your left and to your right? She loves this. Who sat to your left and to your right?
Chaim Yankel and...
Chaim Yankel? the famous friend of Rabbi Joachim Schneerson?
Yeah, right. You know them.
Chaim Yankel? I didn't know Chaim Yankel sat next to you with his payas and beard.
Chaim Yankel turns up everywhere.
Now, who sat to your left and right?
Who sat to my left and my right?
I know a guy who was sitting behind you. He said he swears he heard you mumble "big-nosed witch" 4 times.
Oh, Howard!
I'm not kidding.
Oh, Howard!
They heard
Howard,
it.
What book is this guy writing?
This is what the guy told me.
Oh my God!
Were you mumbling "big-nosed witch" under?
No way, doll.
It's the Barbara Streisand sister book.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, be honest. Don't you think that that's a little bizarre that you don't call Barbara directly for tickets? That you have to call her assistant?
No.
You don't
speak
think
to my sister whenever I need to.
Yeah, but you didn't say, "Hey, Babs."
I don't call her Babs.
But why don't you say, "Hey, Barbara, what's up? Give me some tickets."
I don't have to go, what's up?
Like,
I
my
just say I
sister
wanna
wouldn't call.
come.
My sister would never call an assistant. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't feel she treats you right.
I don't think... Are you very busy like my sister is?
Let me tell you something. I'm busier than your sister. Not only do I have a full radio schedule, a TV editing schedule, a movie schedule.
I didn't know you edit also.
Yeah, I'm in on it. The guys talk to me, have meetings every day. What I'm saying is I'm every bit as busy. Plus, I've got kids, young children, and a wife who need my attention every 3 seconds. Kids had the nerve to complain last night that I'm not available to them enough. So I gave them an assignment. I said, now I want you to go through the house and ask me what each thing in this house costs. And they said, okay. They had no idea what anything cost. They didn't even know what summer camp cost.
Wait a minute.
And I said, how do you think I pay for this stuff? And then they understood.
You literally had them ask you the price of things?
Really?
Yes.
Is that what you place value
Yes.
on, Howard?
Yes,
No,
I
your
do.
children's lives should mean a lot more to you than the price of the things in your home.
Hey, well, how many kids you got?
I have a puppy. That's my
Yes.
son.
Don't tell me about kids. All right. Now,
I just don't believe that you put value on the things in your
no,
home.
I said to the kids, they said, how come you're always working? I said,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you why I work. I said, at least I get to work out of the house. Most dads, like my brother-in-law, the workaholic, doesn't come home till 7, 8 o'clock at night. I said, I'm in the house. I come up. We have dinner together. We share some time together. I said, you kids are in the ozone when it comes to how much things cost. Now, let me tell you something. I said, you see that car out there? How much do you think that car costs? The Jeep.
Do you
Kids
think
go-
they know what thousands of dollars mean?
Oh, yes, they do. My kids are no dopes. They're 11 and 8. I said, how much do you think the car costs? Kids go, $200? I go, the Jeep is 15 grand. Okay? They were like, 15 grand?
What is that?
Then how much does this house cost? I told them what the house cost. They almost fell on their ass.
And so then they said, go back to work, Dad?
Yeah, they were like shaking in their pants. We want to go to camp. We want to have we want to have a life.
Then you go back to the basement,
I said,
Daddy.
that's why dads work. Now get out, do your homework. Shut up and sit down.
I can't believe you did that.
I said, you kids have the comfort of knowing Daddy is just a few rooms away. Even though you only see me twice a week, I'm a few rooms away. If there was an emergency, I'm available. I said, go out and get a paper route. You'll see. You'll be working too.
See how far the money goes.
I'm every bit as busy as your sister Barbara Streisand. But I must tell you something. As busy as I am, my sister calls up. You got a book? You got tickets to the Nassau Coliseum?
She's always on the phone with you.
Oh, yes. And
She
you want to know
never
something?
speaks to your assistant. He has an assistant, you know.
I have an assistant.
Or is that an executive administrator?
Thank you. I give her a new title now.
What is it?
Personal executive administrative assistant.
To the president.
Yeah, to the president of the corporation. And let me tell you something. I'm every bit as busy as your sister. I mean, what? And she doesn't have the family life I do. All she does all day is avoid Elliot Gould. You know what? Your name, ironically, is Roslyn Kind. You know what I call your sister? Barbara Unkind.
Oh, that's
Because that is disgraceful.
No.
She could have put you next to Anthony Quinn, not Mark McEwen.
I had great seats, Howard.
All right, let me get this
I
straight.
have no complaints.
Yeah, great seats so you could sit there and cry your eyes out because your sister is not nice to you.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous. I know the truth, and that's why you love me when I say this.
No. Nah, I think that you should get your audience, everybody, to go, if you can even find a ticket anymore.
If I was you know what I would have done at that concert?
What?
I would have taken a flashlight. I would have shined it on my own nose just to show your sister how cute and small your nose is, to remind her through the whole concert, to throw our whole concert off.
Howard, you're horrifying.
Yeah, nose.
Yeah, nose. Beak. Yeah.
Flashlight. All right, listen to me. Did you sing People?
Of course. It's one of her trademarks. I think Julie Stein was there last night.
People who shut out family from the concert. They don't let them go backstage
So,
after
Howard,
the
are you going to be in
show.
Provincetown anytime in August?
We didn't ask. Did you go backstage after the show?
Of course I did.
And let me ask you something. Now, be honest. How long did you have to wait to get into Barbara's dressing room?
Not long enough. I went in 2 minutes.
You waited 2 minutes where? With the rest of the riffraff?
No, what riffraff? VIP's, doll.
A VIP room. You were put into a
No,
green
I was
room.
not
Do you
put
have
into
to have a
I
pass?
go right into the dressing room.
Did you have a pass?
Yes.
You had to wear a pass.
It's called security.
Oh, come on. What
Like
do you...
they don't know who you are.
Oh,
Actually,
come now.
they should keep an eye on her. 'Cause she could go off at any minute. You think OJ has a temper. Roslyn's ready to snap from the treatment she's getting. People who ignore their sisters, who make their sisters call their assistants for tickets in the world. Sing People.
No.
Sing it.
No.
Sing.
Sing.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you will sing. Sing.
No, I will not.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Yeah, sing.
So you're going over to England.
Going over to England, and I just did the Taj Mahal, the Mark Edis Arena 2 weeks ago.
The Market of Serena. That sounds
No,
like
the Mark Edis Arena at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. You know, Donald Trump's Taj Mahal?
She's got a good voice, but she has to live under the
In the shadow
of her sister. This is what this show is all about today when we talk to Barbara Streisand's sister, Roslyn
No,
Kahn.
it's only your story, Howard.
It's a very...
That's
listen,
your
she can't...
connection.
You hear the frustration in her voice.
Yeah.
You see that this is a woman who has to call the assistant for tickets, and I think it's wrong.
And stand out in the dressing room.
Oh, God, I'm going to tear right now.
All right, listen, I wish you tremendous success in England.
Wait a minute.
Thank
How
you.
long did you get to spend with Barbara? Did you spend some time talking
A minute.
to her?
I was there well over an hour before I left with my group of people whom my sister greeted very graciously.
How many people were in the room with you when you went to see your sister? Was Mayor Dinkins and Trump and everyone in there with you?
At the beginning, and then they filtered out, and new ones came in, and they filtered out, and other people came in.
So you were never alone with your sister?
Of course not.
Yes, I was.
Because you hung around annoyingly for over an hour.
I don't annoy anybody.
No, but you
Howard.
hung around.
Am I annoying you when I'm
No,
around?
you hung around and you hung around and you hung around waiting for a moment
No.
alone with your sister. True?
No.
True or false?
No. I'm not there to hang around and wait for somebody's coattails. I'm there.
You want to know
because
what you ought to do at this point? And I'm going to tell you something, and have no shame doing it. If
Yeah.
I were you, I'd change my name to Barbara Streisand right now. And frigger.
There's enough impersonators walking on the street now.
I'll just call yourself Barbara Streisand. You're as much entitled to that name as she is. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Howard. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There she is, the very beautiful Barbara Streisand's sister, calling in with a review of the Barbara Streisand show. Oh, now I feel good. Hey, what do you have for us? What is that? This is pretty funny. Fafa Fooey was reading this article to me during the news. I mean, during the commercials. And it's pretty cool.
Tom and Roseanne were hired by Slim Fast
Oh, yeah.
to lose 40 pounds apiece.
Right.
Given $1 million. And, you know, I guess they wait till they get thin before they, you know, start doing the commercials. So the people from Slim Fast go to the house one day just to check up on how they're doing.
How come, like, Slim Fast can get to go to Roseanne and Tom's house, like...
Because they gave him money.
Yeah, they give them $1 million.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of weird. I mean, like, why would you want them at your house?
Well, it just says here that the Shrewd Arnolds had Slim Fast products stocked throughout their kitchen, but they hadn't been using it.
Right.
They decided they didn't like the taste of it.
Right.
So the people from Slim Fast asked for their money back.
Right.
Because they could see that nothing was happening. And Roseanne said she's going to tell them that if they sued her for the money back, because she hasn't given it back yet, she's going to tell everybody, and God knows when Roseanne speaks, people listen, that their product tastes lousy and doesn't work.
You know what that is? That is
Robbery.
so despicable. That is so dishonest. That's terrible. That's a terrible article. Never bring that up to me again until I need to hear it again.
Okay.
What else did you have in that pile?
I was watching that show Cops the other night.
Yeah, what was so good about that?
They had a guy handcuffed in the back seat.
Yeah.
You talk about, like, the disgusting people the cops have to deal with.
Yeah.
So they had this guy handcuffed, and he kept spitting on the cops.
Yeah.
You know, hocking big loogies on him. So they took his T-shirt, and it was wearing a T-shirt, and they folded it over his head. And it was just funny. Funny to say.
The cops folded a T-shirt over the guy's head?
Yeah, in other words, they pulled the T-shirt over his head so he couldn't spit anymore. And the guy had
As
his
a veil.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
And the guy had a handcuff on. He was like trying to wrestle out of his T-shirt.
Really? How do you do it? As long as we got a camera in here, how did the cops put the T-shirt over his head?
I'm not wearing a T-shirt. Jackie,
Yes, you are.
Can I show it on Jackie?
That's a T-shirt. That's close enough. Just let me see you
Doesn't
put
that
it.
stretch a little bit?
For TV, put the T-shirt up. That's good. That's great. Staring at your belly, man. It's funny.
I know. That's why I was trying to use Jackie.
We'll see you tomorrow. We'll take a bunch of your phone calls tomorrow. We didn't get to talk to too many people today, but there's always another day, and we'll see you then.